6:20, and this is gonna be crazy. I have never fasted on my cycle before. Let's see how this finna go. Hi, babe. So as y'all can see in the title, your girl is fasting again. Like I told y'all, I've been fasting like every day. Well, not every day. Every month so far this year. So I've been having my good days, I'm having my bad days. For the month of August, I did fast at the beginning of August one day, and then I know I did 2 more like days of fasting, and then it's like my 4th day of fasting. So, and it was crazy, Mother Nature decided to come. I don't think I've ever fasted on my cycle, ever, because when I look back on my calendar, when I was fasting for those 20, I think it was actually 23 days I was fasting back in 2023. According to my calendar, Mother Nature did not come. So, anyways, so yeah, I just got done with praise and worship. That was really good, and y'all, like, something that I was reminded of as I was reading this for my godmama. She always sends me verses of the day, which I love it. I love her for that. As I was reading that, I kind of got like something popped up in my head to tell y'all. When you are in praise and worship, don't try to look for that. How can I say that? Like that hoop howling, that being on fire, like your body, like feeling something, feeling the spirit. Don't try to go into praise and worship and in your alone time with God, just in general. Don't go into that seeking that. Go into that seeking God's face, seeking God for who He are. God is great. God is merciful. Like go seeking God instead of seeking those things. Because believe it or not, y'all, I used to do those things, but I know for sure it was like in this year that I really honestly got convicted for that. Like, I kept going into like, God, like, I was like, God, I want to like speak in tongues, and then I get upset when I did speak in tongues and that. There was only 2 like genuine times I actually spoke in tongues, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, like that was so like amazing. And it's like ever since that happened, I be like, God, I've been trying to put on, like, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes like I would put on like this African music, you know, and my tears would be real, but after I was like, why didn't I speak in tongues? And it's like, don't go into praise and worship or your long time with God trying to speak in tongues and trying to woo. Like, don't go into that. What you should do, my personal and humble opinion, go into that seeking God's face. Get into your word. Just think about His goodness, y'all, and you will be straight. Like, don't just, you are basically, and I seen this video. I'm trying to see if I can sum it up as best as I can. Like, she was basically saying, like, you're, I don't think she used the word idolizing. Y'all, that's the tool that don't mind it. But I don't think she used the word idolizing, but she basically said, like, she was going in a long time with God and she didn't feel nothing for like 45 minutes. And she was like, God, I don't feel nothing, so I'm finna go. And she like, God told her, Holy Spirit helped me to say this. Basically, the God told her, like, you are basically trying to go off of your emotion. That's what she said, like, going off of your emotion. So yeah, I just want to tell y'all that, like, just go into your alone time and praise and worship, seeking His face instead of seeking, trying to speak in tongues and speaking in ooh, like, and all that is good and all that will happen in His own time and when God conducts that. But just, you know, just seek His face. That's what I'm trying to say. So y'all, as I was in praise and worship for the second time, in the song, the man was like, "It's not about what you feel; it's about what you believe." And I just realized something. Like, you could be going through depression, but God called us not to be anxious and to cast our burdens onto him. You could be through a sickness, but we know that God is a healer. You could be in darkness, but you know that Jesus is light. Like, everything that you're going against, I guarantee you can find in the Bible that God is the opposite of that. So, and as I was doing a little bit of Bible study, I was led to Luke 18:19, and that is about like the rich ruler talking to Jesus and calling him good teacher. And Jesus told him, like, don't call me good teacher. It says, why call it me good? No, none is good save one, that is God. And so I just put God is good alone. And then as I was reading, I was also led to Luke 18:27, and that is things which impossible with men are possible with God. And that was something when I was in praise and worship, that was something that was popping in and out of my head, not Luke 18:19, but the phrase, with God everything is possible. But yeah, that was what I wrote inside of my journal. Like, all things are possible with God, and I am praying to God about something that I truly want, and forgot that I truly wanted until now, and I can believe in God that he can do anything for me. And like I always tell y'all, like, he cares about every detail of my life. So all I have to do is ask him, and ask that I ask for things according to his will. So yeah. So y'all, I came outside, and for the past 2-3 weeks, I've been coming outside like every single day. Um just to get like some sunlight on my body, like some fresh air, instead of being cooped up in the house, because I've noticed when I stay like inside and don't go outside at all, my mood is like very sluggish. I'm like depressed. I'm not in my best self. Versus when I come outside for, honestly, like the most I ever sat out here was like an hour and a half. So like I try to get at least 10 minutes at minimum to just sit out here, and I notice like I'm more happier. Yes, I have my moments, but I get back quickly to my like good moments where I need to be. So that's a life hack. Like, when you are feeling sad, even open up the blinds. Like, y'all, I'm the type of person, and this ain't even on the press. No, this ain't even on the. This ain't even on no depression type of stuff. But I love a dark, cold room, and sometimes I gotta force myself to open my blinds because I don't like that light in my rooms at times. But then again, when I open it and then I start to like adjust to it, and I start loving it. So yeah, like that's a life hack. Like, even if you don't go outside, open your windows, open your blinds, and get up and move around, and you'll feel better. Y'all, so I just went into Dollar General, and when I tell y'all, get back into it. I only went in there for some hot chips. When I tell y'all, like, that's why I have been like eating so much. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a person that eats a lot, but these past couple of days I've been eating a lot. So now I know why. But anyways, I got me some hot fries. I really wanted like the regular hot chips. I got me some cubes. I got me some of these. What these called? Watermelon. And I got me some of these. So yeah, y'all. And I'm not gonna eat these until like after I break my fast. So y'all know. I'm just gonna be honest with my little vlog. But yeah. So really and truly, the only thing I'm having majority of this day is just this slush and like some water. And honestly, I feel like God is not gonna convict me for having a slush, because he know his child, need a little something on his stomach with everything that's going on in my body. But yeah, This is a, what is it called? I got a cherry and a peach. It actually tastes good. I like when my slushies are kind of like watered down. Like I can taste like the syrup. I don't know why, like, and this is like the perfect amount, because too much syrup is like a headache, really and truly. But like this is just right. Okay, y'all, it is 3:59. I did take a little nap. When I tell y'all, I sleep horizontal in my bed, and I just be having like the best sleep of my life when I sleep like that. I think I went to took my nap like maybe after like 3:10 or whatever. I fell asleep listening to the woman talking about her Baku 2 and 2, baby. I took me a nice little nap, like I said, but I need to get up so I can shower and do some of my Bible stuff before I break my fast. Okay, babes, it is the next day, and the video I did at the end of the this vlog, I didn't like it, so I just want to redo it. So basically, my advice for you all is to honestly don't go into your alone time with God seeking an emotion. Seek his face, seek who he is. And the word, I will say that the word for this month is being persistent. That's been coming up in my mind like for the past couple of weeks, and I think that's something that I need to tell y'all. Be persistent. When you are praying for something, be persistent. When you are working towards something, be persistent. If it looks like it's not going to work out and God told you it's going to work out, be persistent. Have faith and walk by faith and not by sight. Know that God is a God that can move mountains for us, and he even give us the authority to tell mountains, move, and the mountain will move if you just believe and have faith. And something else that I want to share with y'all, I was on TikTok the other day, and I seen this video with Joyce Myers. I don't know how to say her last name. I think it is Myers. Anyways, she was like, she asked people like, how many of y'all don't like the weight? And the camera didn't show like the people, but I'm pretty sure like a lot of people raised their hands. And she said, well, you're going to have a long, miserable life, where you're going to just not going to have a good life, because life, you're going to be waiting in life. And I really never thought about it like that. Like, majority of our life, 90% to 95% of our lives, we're going to be waiting. We're only going to enjoy the thing that we've been waiting on. We're only going to enjoy it for like such a little time, and then we're waiting on the next big thing in our lives. So we need to ask God to help us endure our waiting season, wait patiently, and what's something else? And ask God, what is it that he is teaching us in this waiting season? Because there are things, instead of asking God, get me out of this season of my life, ask God, okay, God, what is it that you're trying to teach me in this season? And that is something that I had to start doing in my life, because even in the wilderness season, and even in the waiting season, there's still things to be learned. So those are my advice to y'all. Just be persistent. Ask God, what is it that you can learn in the waiting season. So I thank y'all for watching this vlog, and I will see y'all in the next one. Love y'all.